Still, the latest from former President Olusegun Obasanjo. He has said that the level of corruption in the country has passed the alarming and entered the fatal stage. He said this in his keynote address on the topic Leadership Failure and State Capture in Nigeria, delivered at the Chinua Achebe Leadership Forum, Yale University, New Haven in the U.S. Obasanjo hinted that corruption continues to rank among the most important problems facing Nigerians. He insisted that the nation would continue to sink into chaos, insecurity, conflict, discord, division, disunity, depression, youth restiveness, confusion, violence, and underdevelopment, as long as it is embedded in corruption. Obasanjo, however, gave a message of hope that all will be well with the country if the challenges of immorality and corruption are squarely addressed. Expectedly, there has been a response from the presidency coming from the special advisor to the president on public communication and orientation, Sunday Dare. He has asserted that Nigeria's democracy suffered significant setbacks during former President Olusegun Obasanjo's tenure. In a statement posted on his X account on Monday, Dare alleged that successive administrations have grappled with the challenges inherited from Obasanjo's government, adding that President Tinubu is making considerable strides in addressing these issues. According to Dare, the former president no longer holds the moral authority to criticize the current administration. He added that the former president owes Nigerians an apology for failing to establish the foundational infrastructure necessary for the nation's development. Dare also highlighted that during Obasanjo's leadership, no justification was ever provided for the $16 billion reportedly spent on producing what he described as megawatts of darkness across the country. Let's discuss this. We're joined now by Executive Chairman, Coalition Against Corrupt Leaders, Debo Adediran. Debo, thank you for joining us. Are we on the verge of extinction due to corruption as a nation, according to the former president, with his predictions, of course?
Thank you. I didn't really get that, your question.
Okay, I was just asking you, is former President Obasanjo accurate in his description that we are on the verge of extinction due to corruption as a nation?
Oh, no, not at all. Although we are moving at very slow pace. The pace is so slow that it may take too long to arrive at the destination, and Nigerians may face so much pains and pangs before things begin to improve. But we are not on our way to perdition. We are likely to recover if we are able to manage the economy the way it is being managed. Although it will take a long time, there are shorter routes to the destination than we are taking. But then it cannot be compared with the predecessors of the present administration. The predecessors only postponed the evil days, and we are already within the precinct of that evil days. And once we are able to trudge through, then the evil days will get over. We'll get over the evil days, and Nigeria will see a new dawn in its economy, in its sociology, and all what will make life more abundant for the people. The way I'm looking at it, not because I like the way the present administration is going, is taking us through the present pains and pangs. But I believe that it's a slow and steady thing that will win the race at the end of the day.
What's your assessment of the presidency's response that I just read out? He has attacked Obasanjo, saying the damage he caused is being significantly addressed by Tinubu's administration. Is this accurate in your opinion?
Very accurate. It actually is an inadequate assessment of Obasanjo's corruptive administration. Obasanjo only second to maybe Ibrahim Babangida in perpetration of corruption crimes. Most crimes, international crimes, happened during Obasanjo days. As soon as he got to office, as if he regretted that he didn't have the opportunity to get into corruption climate when he came as a military head of state. He now became very ferocious about how to pillage the resources of this country. Don't forget, it was during the Obasanjo regime that we had all the international bribery scandals, like that of Pentascope. You know, we had Nitel. Pentascope was hired to bail Nitel out of debt. Before then, Nitel was making about 1 billion naira every month. But when Pentascope came, they incurred more debts. And we discovered that a corporate organization that, well, Obasanjo manipulated everything to the extent that the debt office had to buy some of the debts. At the end of the day, it turned out that the proceed was turned to Transcorp. And don't forget that Obasanjo had about 500 shares in Transcorp.
Okay, but Debo, if I may interject, sometimes there is a message. The bureau might not be the best specimen to do that. There is, at the crux of his submission was leadership crisis for the country. He says it's at the heart of our problems. You are in the leadership space. Do you believe that Nigeria has a leadership crisis despite the presence of the current administration?
Well, you see, the way we recruit our leadership is actually faulty. And that may be the basis of the assertion that there is a leadership crisis in Nigeria. And once there is corruption in the way we recruit our leadership, those leadership that were so recruited are not likely to work with honest people because they want to run their administration through the same way they came in. They will want to cover up their tracks. They will want to gain back whatever they have spent to bribe people here and there to retain power. And they will want to use jackboot violence on people to continue to reign and to ride roughshod on us. So basically, we have leadership crisis. But then it is not at all levels. Then we might have gotten it wrong the way we have been holding our elections. And maybe by omission or commission, we could, even along the line, get the kind of leadership that understand the economy of Nigeria, that actually had a way out. Quagmire we have found ourselves over the years.
Debo, there's a part of that question.
A different thing altogether.
There's a part of that question I don't think you've addressed, and that is we do have leadership at the moment in the country on President Bola Tinubu. So I'm asking you, despite the presence of this leader, do we still have a leadership crisis? You seem to align that there is a leadership crisis. Is it despite the presence of this leader?
Yes, as long as we don't have a leader that will adopt the participatory governance system, where the people are not truly consulted before policies and programs are implemented, the policies and programs that affect the majority of the people, we wouldn't have what we can call democracy, because democracy should be that government that serves the best interest of the majority of the people. Even if the government is on the right path, and that right path is bringing pains and deaths to people, that may not be the right type of administrative strategy that we can subscribe to. We believe that even if economic policies will be tough, it should be such that people will be able to tolerate, that will not put people in so much agony, you know, so that at the end of the day, you are looking at the future. Many of those that are affected may not live to see that future. That is not correct. But then, if there is widespread consultations,
Yeah, we're really out of time. I would have loved to hear your further submission, but we're out of time for this conversation. So I'll just say thank you. Thank you very much for speaking with us.
Well, it is my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure, sir.